Hey, Mark Shepard, Hypnosis.com, and today I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to open my mouth and begin to talk. It is August 20th right now. It's another hot day, and I was thinking in the shower, I don't know about you, but the shower is a wonderfully creative place. I do a lot of my best thinking there, and I think because the shower is a trance state. Again, it's a place where we kind of go and we relax, and I don't know if they're negative ions or positive ions, or there's some grooviness that happens with the water. It's like standing under a waterfall. It's great. Showers, awesome. Can you imagine life without showers? It's hard to imagine. And so that thread just pops up in my unconscious mind, and I go, okay, I'm going to follow that thread. So what are all the amazing things that you have in your life that if you lived 10,000 years ago, you wouldn't have, right? Well, you probably wouldn't have the level of anxiety you have now if you're an anxiety sufferer, and most of us seem to be in this day and age, because you would have, okay, there's lions and they're starving to death, and maybe other tribes that might come in and attack. That's it. Today, oh my God, what if the power goes out? You know, we'll lose everything in our freezer. Yesterday my power was acting weird. And I was able to go to Starbucks, and I'm sitting in Starbucks and realizing, you know, so much. I'm in the mall, and it's like these are store after store filled with crap that no one really needs, you know, shiny shit. There's a store in the mall that sells nothing but really stupid looking hats. I mean, they're not even interesting hats. They're just basically baseball hats with logos on them, so you can align yourself with your team. Yeah. So we live in an amazing time. It's an amazing time to be alive, and you have so much at your fingertips, so much technology, so much possibility that for some people it blows them out. It's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should do this or should do that or should do this or should do that or should do the other thing. There's so many things to do. I mean, every day I am literally faced with 20 different projects that I'm currently working on. Which one do I work on first? I'm working on 4 paintings right now. I'm still tweaking a new song. I am working on Crush Anxiety Now and Crush Anxiety Forever. Not to mention the 12 other courses I'm working on. And it's not just about the food. All of these different things I am in process with. And I could freak out about them, or I can just enjoy the whole process. The fact that there is a buffet of opportunities for you and for moi. So let's enjoy it. And so that's where the one thing comes in that I've been kind of harping on this whole week. I've been reading this book, and unusual for me, I didn't just suck the book down in one sitting. I've been kind of doing it in little bits and pieces whenever I sit down for a moment to maybe eat my lunch or whatever. And I've even been practicing eating my lunch, setting my empty plate aside, and then doing the one thing. So I'm focusing on doing one thing at a time. And this morning, I checked my email first thing to make sure there was no fires that needed to be put out. And I'm not sure I recommend that. But I saw that the transcript had been finished for the last module that I did for Crush Anxiety Forever, the resistance module. And so I literally just jumped on it and immediately went through it just to edit it for readability, because sometimes the transcriber gets things a little off. And I added some stuff to it, and I'm pretty damn proud of it. I almost go, wow, there's almost a whole book right here. Just what's going on, right? And so that was interesting. My phone half rang and then went to message. Technology is awesome. We're so in contact with so many people all the time that you can be so distracted that you can get absolutely nothing done some days, right? So one of the key things is to create in your mind, at least to start with, the idea that, okay, the very first thing I do today, I'm going to do for me. Putting you first is not selfish. It's actually all you have to create a life that is incredible, right? So let's start each day, even if it's for 5 minutes, even if it's for 1 minute, right? Just before I jumped into the shower, I was like, oh, I want to do my 1 minute squat and press I'm working with a new weight this week. I tried to get 1 pound weights or half-pound weights so I could go up 1 pound, but I couldn't find them. I could only find 2.5 pound weights, so I've gone up 5 pounds. And I did 3 last night, and this morning I could only do 1. But that's progress because my muscles, in order to build muscle, we have to tear down the muscle. In order to build confidence and calm and single-minded pursuit of your life's purpose, sometimes we have to break down the old patterns of anxiety, self-doubt, low self-esteem, childhood programming, the shoulds, the ought-tos, the have-tos, the shoulda, woulda, couldas. All of those things are constantly in play. And my intention with honesthypnosis.com is to let you know you are not alone in this, and we are all working on this. And 2, to give you just one thing every day, just one thing you can do to reinforce the fact that this is your game. Your life is your game. Let's play it full out. Let's play 100% at our best level as much as possible. And so that may mean some changes in your life. Well, let's start small. What can you do today? What's the first thing you do? Or if you're watching this later in the day, what's the first thing you can do tomorrow? Or what's the one thing you can do before you go to bed that will lead you where you want to go? And if you're working on your health, on your physical work, if you're one of my, it's not just about the food people, what short 1 minute exercise can you do? Oh, slow burn. You can actually get a lot of results just doing a slow burn squat and press over your head. You can do it without a dumbbell. You can just do it slowly. You can stand and do the circular breathing, and you can run pictures across your mind of puppies and kittens instead of anxiety scenarios, right? So there are all these things. And to remember, for me, the most motivating thing every day is to remember this could be my last day. What do I really want to do today that will empower me, that will ignite my creativity, that will ignite my passion, that will maybe look like work to someone else but feel like play to me? And so the questions we ask ourselves over and over again are one of the key players in transformation. So why does it work out better than I could possibly imagine is a great question. And it helps in every situation where, like yesterday, I was having a brownout here, and I made my video because my camera is a battery-operated camera, and then I went to edit it, and I couldn't edit it. There was not enough power to run my computer. So I went to the mall, and I sat in the mall, and I got to watch all these, I don't know how old they were. They were young women, and they were all coming in their short little shorts and their short little skirts, all fresh-faced and filled with that glow of youth. And it was almost intoxicating to see how naive they are and how how blank they are as whiteboards in life, and to go, wow, and to hear snatches of conversation of, yeah, this guy keeps asking me out. It was just, I had a great time at the mall, and it was air conditioned, and they had power, and it was a wonderful place. And I had a wonderful mint tea, and I made that mint tea last for 2 hours, and I got to sit there. No one charged me admission. It was free. I used their free Wi-Fi, and I got to watch people coming and going. It was just kind of fabulous to be the observer. I love that, and glad that I could be the observer and not be tangled in their little webs of people, right? And to know that at some point in your life you may have to distance yourself a little bit from our culture, which is kind of an anxious culture, kind of a materialistic focus on get stuff kind of culture. And ultimately the stuff doesn't make us happy. The pursuit of worthy goals and ideals seems to make us happy. So that's really where we want to focus our attention. And to remind yourself, look around your house. You have a roof. You have hot and cold running water. You probably have electricity that works most of the time. You have so much. You are wealthy. Even if you're not on the list of millionaires or billionaires, even if you don't feel like you have enough money, start beginning to look at what you have and to appreciate it, not in a Pollyanna you know, silly way, but in a way of like, my God, I can actually talk. I can move my hands. I have friends who can't. To remind ourselves over and over again that we are gifted. Someone said to me, "Oh, Mark, you're so lucky. You get to do what you do every day." And I'm like, no, that's not why I'm lucky. I'm lucky because I'm alive. I'm lucky because I chose on some deep spiritual level to show up in this reality that we call life, into this body. Everything else I've worked for, right? If I get up in the morning and do what I want to do first, that was a conscious choice, and it wasn't always the way, right? So you are always at a pivot place where you can go, well, I could do it the way I did it yesterday, or why don't I try just this one thing, this one shift in thinking. And looking at the resistance module that I was doing for Crush Anxiety Forever, it's like one of the key pieces in that is to literally change your idea of what resistance is and why it's there. What if it's a gift, right? What if it's the resistance is what's causing you to go farther than you would have if you just clear the problem instantly, right? And everybody wants instant fix. Everybody wants that because we are hardwired as beings, as animals, to find the path of least resistance. We are all lazy asses. And that's a good thing because we're always looking for a better way to do things. That's what inspires business. That's why we have iPhones now instead of telephones that are attached to the wall. And that's why we have telephones instead of instead of courier pigeons, right? Not passenger pigeons. Passenger pigeons were wild. Courier pigeons, whatever. Okay. Anyway, I like birds. And I think that's enough for today. And I love you. I love the fact that you are joining me in this adventure. Cowabunga. I will see you on the inside. My name is Mark Shepard. I'm America's honest hypnotist. I'd like to be your hypnotist. Only in so much as I can teach you how to master your mind for a change. Because ultimately you are the world's most powerful hypnotist. That being between your ears, that's where it's all at. And you can change your entire world, your entire reality by changing your thoughts, by changing your perceptions, by changing your interpretation of whatever is, and coming to terms and coming to peace with the fact that whatever is what we have to work with today. Let's work with it. Let's play with it. Let's gnaw on it like a rawhide bone. Let's get something out of it. Let's go for it. Let's extract every bit of gift, every bit of learning, every bit of opportunity that's in it for you today. I love you.